too small for these seas. And this ship will be sunk by nightfall.
For Casey Affleck, 2016 has been quite a ride. He started the year helping to save a sinking ship in the finest hours.
Every fella here wants to live. The only way that happens is if we run her aground.
But his latest film is the one keeping Oscar dreams afloat.
What'd you take?
My daddy.
In Manchester by the Sea, Affleck is a tragic loner who inherits custody of his teenage nephew.
Which part are you having trouble with?
Well, I can't be his guardian.
Well,
I mean, I can't.
His character is an unsmiling wreck of a man, tormented by a cruel twist of fate that we won't spoil for you here. Off-screen, and with a full beard for an upcoming role, he's a bit less somber.
This was originally Matt Damon's role, and he couldn't do it?
I wouldn't say it was his role, but
Sorry, how would you phrase that?
I think at one point someone was going to make the error of letting him play it. No.
As you might guess, Casey Affleck and Matt Damon are longtime friends. And yes, Casey is Ben's younger brother. But at 41, he's not exactly standing in anyone's shadow.
Get down!
He was an honest cop in a den of corruption in this year's crime thriller 999.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. You got a problem with me, put it on the table. But don't pull me aside and question me like you know something I don't know.
He's been in all 3 Ocean's 11 films.
God, I think I lost my car.
are you serious?
Oh, Jesus, I'm so stupid.
You are
I'm
so stupid.
Everybody looks out his own window.
Everyone's got their reasons.
And he held his own with Morgan Freeman in Gone Baby Gone as a private investigator in Affleck's real-life hometown, Boston.
So, how much of who you are is Boston, would you say?
A
Growing up
lot
here?
of who I am. I mean, this is, it feels like my home still, and I come back here as much as possible. And
His parents divorced when he was in grade school, and the Affleck boys would often come home to an empty house.
so Ben and I kind of took care of ourselves.
Latchkey kids, the
Latchkey
classic
kids.
latchkey kids.
Yeah.
Did you guys get into trouble?
Yeah, probably. I'm not talking about it.
Fair enough.
He will say that baseball was his life, as a little leaguer and as a kid selling hot dogs outside Boston's famed Fenway Park.
So you were working in 8th grade, you said you
I
started?
know. It was young. I don't know why my mother let me do that. It seems crazy. But then you get home by, 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock and into bed, and I was a working man.
A working man in
Yeah.
8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Another childhood memory, spending time with his father at his job, a celebrated local joint called the Cantab Lounge.
Your dad bartended at the Cantab?
He did.
That was like my favorite bar in college.
What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. Little Joe Cook and the Thrillers?
Yeah.
At the Cantab.
Yeah.
That's where it's at now. Did you used to listen to
Hey,
that?
you can sing. Maybe you're in the wrong career.
No, I'm not.
Well, when he would go to work when we were very young, we would have to go and sit at one of the tables and just like endlessly drink ginger ales while he was working, which was fun. That's a hell of a way to raise a kid.
He started acting full-time out of high school, and in 1995 landed his first movie role as a troublesome teen in To Die For with Nicole Kidman.
Did you say something, Russell?
Oh, Mr. Phillinson, I didn't. Joaquin Phoenix was the actor. It was another actor in it. It became my best friend, and we lived together for a while.
He was also married to Joaquin's sister, Summer. They recently split after 10 years and 2 kids. Despite his early success in the movies, Affleck decided to go back to school and enrolled full-time at Columbia University. But after a couple of years, Hollywood lured him back.
I'm sitting in a rocking chair chatting with none other than Jesse James.
And he got his first real taste of the big time in 2007, opposite Brad Pitt in the Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
Do I have to say the Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford? You have to
Yeah.
say the whole thing every
Right.
time you say that movie,
I
right?
know, it's a pain in the ass. That might explain why so few people went to see it. Yeah. It's not very flattering.
What do you think happened there?
Sometimes it just takes a minute for a movie to catch on. It's not, it wasn't an easy sell. maybe people heard that Brad Pitt died halfway through and this other guy, Casey Affleck, carried the movie for the rest of it. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly.
Oh, you have some nerve.
Still, it got him noticed.
For Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role, the nominees are Casey Affleck in The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
Casey Affleck seemed to be on a roll until this. He directed 2010's I'm Still Here, a spoof documentary in which Joaquin Phoenix retires from acting and pursues a career as a rap artist. It was meant as a gag, but almost no one laughed.
People didn't get the joke.
People didn't get the joke. They didn't, and what's more is I think it sort of annoyed people because they thought we were trying to sort of pull the wool over their eyes.
Not only did the film flop, but Affleck was named in 2 civil sexual harassment suits by women who worked on the film. He vehemently denied the charges, and both suits were settled out of court.
Where are you going?
After nearly 25 years as an actor, Affleck says he still wonders about his place in the business and the college degree he never finished.
And so I called up Columbia University and I said, I was sort of hoping that I would say, spent 2 years there, maybe you guys could just give me a degree. And this tells you a lot about the mindset of an actor. I thought they'd say like, sure, here's an honorary degree. What is, great work you've been doing out there. And I finally got a dean on the phone and I explained my situation. And he said, like, listen, you've been gone for over 5 years. You're gonna have to reapply. And by the way, you owe us, $15,000 for your tuition. And I thought, so no honorary degree then? Okay. I told you I was cutting down.
Not that it matters to someone who soon may have another date at the Oscars.
Oh, God, no. Oh, what do you think you're gonna do?
I guess I'm gonna take a shower.
It seems Casey Affleck's time has come again.
I came across a New York Times headline from a few years ago that said, Casey Affleck should be more famous.
A curse.
Should you be?
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty happy with how things are right now. I feel like I get to do movies I like to do every now and again. I make a living and I don't get bothered on the street. I like working, so I just try to find a balance. And whoever wrote that headline and that article, give me their name after this, and I'll reach out to them and explain things.